It was good to arrive in F1. It was my dream as a child, as like driving go-karts like this and going up to like championships, world championships, and then Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1. So it was my dream. But when I arrived there, my car was so bad that I had a horrible season. So I didn't enjoy it at all, like being all the time like 15th, 14th on the grid, 20th. The car was overweight. The car was overweight. We were very slow. The fuel tank was not big enough. They had a lot of problems. So although the first 3, 4 races was something new, it faded off quite quickly, and I had much more fun in Formula E in a competitive car and winning races in WEC as well than I had back then. But of course, it was very nice to tick that I was in F1 and I did a few races. I raced with Schumacher in his last year, so I can actually tick that box. We did a few races together, had a few moments on the track. So yeah, it was good. It was good while it lasted, but on the same setup as I was there, I don't think it's worth doing it again if I had the chance. Formula E basically is a single-seater that has instead of a fuel tank and a combustion engine with a gearbox, or a hybrid car right now, you have a battery electric motor. The other big difference is that we race only in tracks like Monaco. So we race in Monaco, and all the other tracks are all city tracks. They're all in the heart of the cities. Like London here is Excel, Rome is at Eur, also in the streets. So this turns the championship into a very difficult technical one, because almost like every race, it's Monaco. You need to be at the limit. The walls are very close. The car is very powerful because the electric motor has a lot of torque. We have two motors. We have a motor in the front, a motor in the rear, that can accelerate the car faster than an F1 car if used to its full potential. So although the car is much slower in lap time, because the tires we use are much harder, are much smaller, the total power of the car on average it can be equal or even more than F1. So in Formula E you have a lot of energy management. What does it mean? It means that during qualifying you just go as fast as you can, but then in the race you have to manage your energy. You still go as fast as possible, but you have a limited amount of energy you have to use. So you have to be very precise and with a very good strategy when you want to overtake or defend a position to not waste energy. Because of this, in tracks like Monaco, you can overtake a lot. So in Monaco this year, there were like more than 100 overtakes in Formula E. In other tracks like Portland, there were 400 overtakes. So the strategy and this energy management becomes very, very relevant. It's almost like playing chess at 200 kilometers per hour. It's the third time in Formula E that we have the final in London, and London is an amazing city. I lived here for many years. I love it here. The place where we do the race since 3 seasons ago, it's Excel. So we have part of the race indoors, part outdoors, it's very special. You have a lot of grip when it's indoor, less grip outdoors. The track is relatively short. Even for a Formula E track, is a 1 minute 10 lap. The races are 36 laps, and yeah, the event has a lot of music, has a lot of entertainment around it. It's very special because of all these different elements that you have. It's like dark inside, it's bright outside. You go down a ramp, you go up a ramp. It's extremely difficult to drive, and even if it's raining, you could have half of the track dry, half of the track wet. It creates a lot of unknowns, but that's very good for us because it creates a lot of uncertainty and a lot of things can happen. So one thing is for sure, when you see a Formula E race, you never know who's going to win it. It's not my favorite track, London, because it's too short, I think, especially for this type of car now. Maybe Gen 1 and the other earlier models, maybe. Still tight, but okay. But for this car, it's the average speed is quite low. You don't have a long straight. I rather have faster tracks. I rather drive in like Rome or tracks that you actually go much. Or São Paulo, which you had massive straights. The car were reaching like 150 miles an hour, 160, 170. I think it makes it more exciting. But on the other hand, like I told you, that because of this indoor, outdoor, different corners, very tight, very close to the walls, technically it's a very difficult track also, London.